follow the niggle feeling? Do you go with the flow? Do you do you go with the flow of feeling that emotions, feeling that particular way? Like you go to a certain place, you meet certain people, you feel in a certain way, you're working on your task, you're working on your day-to-day stuff, all of a sudden you get some hit, you get some download, you were taking a shower. Like usually I get my downloads when I'm taking a shower. When you are taking a shower or you are in the water taking a bath or whatever it is, you feel like water running on your skin or your body, you all of a sudden you get intuition, you downloads, or you were just laying down on the bed and you find some inspiration, some ideas. You feel like I need to check that thing out. Maybe I go to the restaurant to eat that food. Maybe I go to that library to read that book. Maybe I call my friend. Maybe I post this on social media. Maybe I go on this YouTube channel and watch that video. Like, do you get these hits? Because everybody get it. Are you aware of these hits? Because these are the hits that's gonna help you reach where you want to reach. These are the hits that are helping you to go to the next level. Everybody has these hits. It's just that you gotta be aware with that, and you gotta be not too busy in your schedule. Because nowadays, when people were asked, "What do you do? How your life is?" Busy, good. Busy, good. And busy is like a very popular word nowadays. It's like overrated word, and a lot of the people use in the multiple different ways and varieties and sizes and shapes and all that jazz. But if you're too freaking busy, really busy, you're not gonna be able to be download the information or click these hits when they're gonna come. You're just gonna take it like, okay, whatever, and you're just gonna focus on your task, whatever you're doing, and you're gonna ignore this voice, and that voice, that feeling, that emotions, that hit, that download is actually helping you. So today I did the tarot card reading, and I get this card. This is from the Oracle deck. It's like trust the niggle feeling. So if you have a feeling, like I know that this I get a lot of the time, since I'm so much aware of my thoughts and emotions, like I'm practicing more and more, getting more aware. And the more aware you are with your thoughts and emotions, it's easy for you to catch them if you get some download in the information. But then I can tell you, it's like a very slight and very subtle. It's very subtle and very calm voice, not so loud. If you have a very loud noise within, I'm talking about inside, not outside. If you have a very loud voice inside of you, oh, go do that, go that thing, it may not be the source voice, but the source voice or the intuition or the hits or the downloads, whatever you name it, is very subtle, very calm, not so loud, very slow voice, and like there is a peace. When you hear this voice, you feel like a peace, like calmness, like joy, or like a happiness. I don't know if that make any sense. If you have that kind of feeling, like all of a sudden you get the download. Maybe I'm gonna go and check that library. Maybe they have a good books there. Maybe I'm gonna go check out that restaurant and I'm gonna eat the meal that I want to eat. Or maybe I'm gonna call my friends. Maybe I'm gonna go to the shopping mart to buy that stuff. Like that is very subtle and it's very natural. Another thing is it's very natural. It's very, very natural. It's very obvious. It's not totally out of the blue. It's like next possible steps. But sometimes we avoid it thinking that should we need to do that? Should we don't need to do that? We are too much in our head. We are so freaking busy in our day that we avoid it. So I'm going to talk about that, how to listen, and are you listening to your niggle feeling? Let's dive in. Hello you guys, welcome. I'm Parshvik. On this channel we talk a lot about feminine energy, self-improvement, manifestation, relationship, all that cool jazz. If this is something you find interesting, let me know. Give this video a big thumbs up, consider subscribing. I have 2 short mini courses. One is feminine masculine energy course. The link is in description. The second course is about manifesting, attracting relationship. The links are in description along with female self-care planner. Anyways, so we are talking about the niggle feeling, and these niggle feelings are very, very subtle. Like from few days, I'm in Bali currently, and I'm not renting a scooter, I'm not renting a bike. If you have come to Bali, you can relate to that. But like renting a bike or renting a scooter is a very common here, especially as a foreigner here. Not just as a foreign, even the local have the bikes because it's very convenient to go from one place to another. Because in Bali, public transportation is not that good. So you need to have your personal vehicle if you want to go. Otherwise, you have a Gojek and a Grab, you can do that. It's just like an Uber or Ola, whatever. It's just like that. But from few days, I'm getting a feeling to rent a scooter, a bike, and go to the middle of the jungle, in the middle of the rice fields, do some work, maybe meditation, maybe painting, maybe making videos, like going in the nature. I get that feeling from few days. And before that, I was like going out and taking an action very quickly. But this time I'm like sleeping on it, sitting on it and feeling it and going deep into that to understand, is it really I wanted to do it or I don't want to do it? Am I doing it just because somebody else is doing it? It's influenced by somebody else, or it's my own voice? It's very important to ask this question, because a lot of the times people do the things or they want the things based on what other people wanted, and they don't even realize it because it's very subtle that they are influenced by somebody else. And that's why they want that thing. So if you are confused, take some time, sit on it, sleep on it, whatever. It's going to get clear with time. Because one thing I've also realized, sometimes you get the intuition, you get the hit and download, but it's not easy to differentiate between your ego or the voice that's influenced by somebody else, or your own voice, your own intuition, your own calling. It's not always that easy. So sometimes I use this technique to understand it even better. I don't execute or I don't take the action immediately. Whatever it's calling me or telling me to do that, I don't do that immediately. I sit on that, sleep on it, maybe take a few days. And when that voice, if that voice is actually influenced by somebody else, if that is the voice of your ego, that'll gonna soon pass away. It's like if you get the feeling of go out in the market and buying something special or buying something really expensive. You feel like you wanted to buy it, it's your intuition, but then it can be influenced by somebody else or social media influencer, who knows. But then when you sit with that feeling, instead of going out and taking action immediately, if you sit with that, you able to understand that if it is your voice, if it is your intuition, it's not going to go away. It's going to be there. In fact, it's going to go bigger, 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 bigger. Like it's going to be subtle and small and very slow in the beginning, but it gets louder as you are sitting with that. You're going deep into that. It's going to get louder and it's going to be there until you go and execute that. That's the intuition calling. But if that voice is your ego voice, is influenced by somebody else or whatever, it's not your intuition calling, then that voice will going to slow down after some time. You want to buy a really expensive jewelry, but you sit with that, sleep with that. After some time, if it's your intuition, it's going to get bigger and it's not going to go away. But if it's not your voice, somebody else, it's going to go away. It's going to soon fade away. And that is also one of the way in which you can avoid the spontaneous shopping, because a lot of the people feel that they want to buy something and they go for the spontaneous shopping without even realizing that the things that they are buying, they don't even need at all. It's totally useless. I've been in that situation. I did try the spontaneous shopping in the beginning, but then I was realizing it was not my voice, it was somebody else. So now I sleep on it before actually going and taking an action. And if it's getting louder and deeper and more clear and more good and feeling, then it's intuition. It's not going anywhere. But if it's fading away with time, it's going away, it's passing off, then it's not your voice, it's ego voice, or it's influenced by somebody else. Let me know if this video is helpful, you find useful nuggets. Let me know. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, any queries, also let me know. I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.